Welcome back to my motherfucking channel, bitch. Can we just acknowledge the brows, though? The makeup, period. Can you guys tell I did my makeup different today? Definitely did it different. And then, of course, my hair. Now, if y'all like this hair, this is a unit. It's a closure unit. It's made by me. And you can shop my website, pinkhustlegang.com, if you're interested in purchasing a wig from me. Welcome back to my channel. It's something so motherfucking rare in this bitch, period. I'm feeling kind of ratchet this morning. But anyways, today I was like, I'm kind of feeling like a story time video. And it's like, I have hella story times, you guys. I'm kind of been there, done that, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I don't know nobody judge me, but at the same time, I don't really give a fuck at the same time too, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, look, I didn't know what I did. I didn't know where I'd have been. I didn't know where I'm at. I know where I'm going. I know where I'm headed. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. So I'm about to be hitting y'all with these story times, you know what I'm saying? And whoever's gonna be mad, gonna be happy to be mad, because I got some motherfucking stories. Okay. Let's get into the story time. Today I'm gonna be telling you guys a story time about the time I smashed my best friend's boyfriend. Technically, he wasn't really her boyfriend at the time, and technically her and I wasn't really friends anymore. So, but I'm just give you guys some background information so you guys can get the whole picture. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't even cut like that. I ain't cut like that. Don't judge me. I ain't cut like that. I just gonna let you guys know what happened. So the background information is, before we get started to the main story, is that we had like pre-existing history. Like, we've been friends for a long time, but we already had like a scenario that took place prior to this situation. So I'm gonna tell you a little bit about that before I tell you about this. The first situation was, I had told Kim how I was feeling this nigga, and we're gonna call him John. And Kim was already fucking with this dude named Trey. So Kim was fucking with Trey. I told her I was feeling John. And I was always with John. We were always kicking it. We used to work together. We were always together. He was hella sweet. He was always doing shit for me, like nice to me, getting me food. It was just like innocent, because at the time, like, I was a virgin. I wasn't out here just fucking niggas and things like that. So I was just like, just like I would tell her like how I felt about him, and I'm not thinking nothing of it, because Kim fucked with Trey. So I'm not thinking anything of it. So like, in the midst of all of us hanging out, because Kim used to be there when we would hang out, when Kim used to be there when we would hang out, and John would be there and all that stuff. So, she knew how I felt, you know what I'm saying? Like, and during that time, like, I had just like, me and John, we had like kissed and things like that. We never did nothing serious, because like I said, I wasn't out here fucking and things like that. So, like, Kim is the type of female, like, she tricks off to niggas. Like, she's the type of bitch, she gonna buy her nigga, she gonna, give the nigga whatever he want. She gonna like if she wants a nigga, she's gonna like, basically, she gonna pay. She gonna pay. She's the type of bitch that gonna pay a nigga, period. That's the type of bitch Kim is. Me on the other hand, like, I don't get down like that. I'm sorry. I ain't tricking over here. If I love you, I care about you, we're established, and I've been fucking with you for a while, yeah, we'll do things, we can reciprocate, but like, off the rip, I'm not coming out of pocket just, cashing out on niggas. Like, nah, that's not it. Kim had like, started to like brush up on John and things like that. Now, I didn't press the issue about it, because one, John was single, I was single, we were all single, you know what I'm saying? But her being my best friend at the time, she knew how I felt about him. And I just felt like, if you're my bitch and you know how I feel about him, you know what I'm saying? Like, and you already got a nigga, why you pressing up on him? Fast forward, like, Kim, starts dating John, and she's like buying John gifts and tricking money off on him, and we're all still kicking it, we're all still hanging out. And then like, I just remember like one night, it was just me, Kim, and John, and like, we were all drinking and shit, and like, I don't know, I just remember telling him like, he had me fucked up, and like, she tried to come outside where we were talking, and I was like, you can go back inside, woo woo. Like, I was like, bitch, I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to him, da da da. And like, I don't remember everything, because we had got faded, but I basically like had let him know how I felt about the situation. So fast forward, like, we had all like got lit or whatever another night. And this time when we got lit, we had popped some ecstasy, you know. And when we popped the ecstasy, John was trying to like fuck with me. Like he was kissing up on me. He was like saying how he like, you know, wasn't really feeling her like that. You know, like how he really wanted to fuck with me, but like this bitch was doing everything for him, you know. And then like he basically was like talking about like me losing my virginity to him and yada yada whatever, you know. I wasn't feeling it because he was dating her, you know. So I was like, no, like you're dating her, like if you want to fuck with me, like you need to end that situation before you try to come up over here pressing up on me, whatever, you know. Because even though I felt how I felt, and even though she did what she did, I still felt like, you know, like I still wasn't trying to move like that, you know what I mean? Because I'm like, I'm not gonna do it to you just because you did it to me. It's how I felt, you know. So I let him know, like, you know, you need to let her know what it is, whatever. The next day, like after we all sobered up, I think John was like worried that I was gonna let her know, like, bitch, your nigga was on me, you know what I'm saying? Because he knew how I felt about him, you know. So I think he was gonna let her know, like, oh yeah, your nigga was on me, whatever. But I didn't, because I felt like that was his place. That's their relationship. I didn't engage. I stopped him and I let him know, like, I'm not with that. I get a text message out the woodworks talking about, like, you know, her, like, coming at me sideways, talking about, like, I was pressing up on her nigga, like, kissing up on him, whatever. And I was like, whoa, hold on. Like, bitch, first of all, your nigga was pressing up on me. That's one thing I don't do. Like, if you're spoken for, I'm not doing all that. You know what I'm saying? There's plenty of fish in the sea, plenty of motherfuckers out here. Bitch, I don't need to press up on your nigga. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, bitch, you got him because you was trying to buy him. So you didn't get him out of genuine intention, you know? So anyways, yeah, so she texts me or whatever, talking shit. And I'm just like, bitch, like, she had me fucked up because one, I was already salty because I just felt like you're supposed to be my best friend. I confided in you. I told you I felt. No, he wasn't my nigga, but I still feel like as a friend, you just don't do that to each other. Because you told me about, oh boy, bitch, I could have went and that nigga's my neighbor. I could have went and, you know, fuck with the nigga on GP. He was always trying to kick it with me anyway. I could have fucked with him, but I didn't out of respect for you. You know, and his cousin was fine. I liked his cousin better anyway. He had a fine ass cousin. There was, yeah, anyways, she chose the wrong nigga. But anyways, I was going back and forth with her or whatever. But she started getting real reckless, talking to me sideways, like really sideways out the neck, right? So I was like, okay. I'm like, okay, she got me fucked up. Like, at this point, she got me fucked up. Like, you already got me fucked up because you was a shady ass friend. Then you want to sit here and act like I'm pressing up on the nigga when the nigga was pressing up on me. So I don't know what the fuck he done told you. And then you want to text me. You could have called me. Like, I've known you for years. You met this nigga through me. The nigga that I like, that I told you about, you met him through me, because of me. And you want to sit here and side with the nigga, and you could have easily called me and we could have had a conversation. I would have told you what the fuck happened. Because if I wanted to fuck with him that night, he was trying to fuck with me. And I told him no, because I have more respect for your relationship than this nigga did. At this point, I'm hot. I'm livid. I'm on fire. I'm like, fuck that. I'm about to beat this bitch's ass. Like, I was like, cause she was talking to me so sideways. I was like, are you serious? So I was like, I'm about to beat her ass. So I hopped on the bus. I hopped on the bus, y'all. I hopped on the bus because she was at one of my people's house, because we have mutual friends. She was at one of my people's house, and you know, I was like, I'm about to come over there. And when I get over there, bitch, keep that energy. So I hop on the bus, I get over there. I let, you know, my peoples know, look, I'm not trying to come to your house or no shit, but just tell a bitch to come outside, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. So she comes outside, and you know, I'm getting hella mad. I'm like, oh bitch, like, you got me fucked up. Like, I'm about to, like, you know, I'm about to beat your ass, you know? And like, she's really not with it. Like, you could tell she's scared, because she didn't expect me to show up, you know? So she's really not really trying to fight me. She's really just trying to be like, oh, well, you know, he said this and this and that. But she wasn't like pressing the issue how she was in the text messages. But by this point, I'm mad. I done took the bus. You didn't catch me sideways. I'm past all the talking. But we go back and forth to the point where, like, I get so worked up, I get so mad that I start to feel like I can't breathe. My dumb ass didn't have a fucking asthma attack. So I had an asthma attack in the midst of going back and forth with this bitch. Because I got so mad and I forgot my inhaler. And I'm glad my asthma ain't bad like that no more. But I got so mad. I think it's because I used to smoke. I used to smoke hella, so my asthma used to just flare up from dumb shit. But yeah, so I got so mad, I had a fucking asthma attack. So we never ended up fighting or whatever about it, because by then everybody's just like, you know, she's just like, I don't want to fight you, you know, da da da, like, you know. So we ended up talking about it or whatever, and I just let her know, like, I wasn't off that, like, the nigga came on to me. I was like the first conflict that we had about a nigga, right? So we end up, like, you know, getting cool again, rekindling and shit. And after that or whatever, we ended up getting cool, whatever. So then there was another situation where basically she was dating this other guy, right? And this is where Trey comes into play. So Kim was dating Trey, and you know, Trey was like Trey's a fuckboy. Like, at the end of the day, Trey's a fuckboy, you know? Kim was dating Trey. I was with Kim when she met Trey, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, Kim met Trey in Seattle when we used to be out riding a bus, things like that, whatever. So, you know, Kim, we used to have functions and everything. Like, I used to have all the functions. I had all the spots. So, you know, I used to throw little functions. So Kim invited Trey to one of the functions that we threw. And Trey comes through or whatever. And everything's cool. Like, everybody's cool. Everybody's vibing. Everybody's having a good time. You know, and there was a moment in there where, like, you know, we're all dancing. We're playing music. The lights are off. Like, you know, we were young. We used to just, like, get lit, drink, you know, dance. Like, we used to just get drunk and dance, like, have fun, you know. Like, it didn't matter. We used to invite niggas over, turn up, kick it, whatever, you know. So yeah, so, you know, like, there was a moment where, like, out of nowhere, I just realized, like, Trey and Kim were dancing or whatever, you know. And you know, everybody kind of, like, dispersed out of nowhere. Like, everybody kind of, like, went out and did their own thing for a second. Like people went on the balcony, and people went outside and went to the store. Like, everybody kind of just, like, dispersed for a little bit. I don't know what the fucking niggas was doing. They just kind of hit a cut, you know what I'm saying? But it wasn't like they left. Like, they just, everybody, like, you know, when you kicking and you function, everybody kind of does their own thing for a second, and then you know, you regroup. So like, there was a moment where it was just me and Trey in the room, in the living room. And this is when we was playing music with the CDs on the DVD player. That's how you know this was throwback. We was playing the music on a DVD player and a CD, you know what I'm saying? Take me back to the old days, you know what I mean? I was going to change the song on the TV from the DVD player. I was going to change the song. So the way the TV was set up was, like, it was the TV on the nightstand and the DVD player was at the bottom. So I go down and I bend over to change the song. And while I'm bending over, Trey comes up behind me and he just starts rubbing his hands all on my ass. Like, rubbing his hands all groping on my ass, right? So I'm like, this nigga, what the fuck? So I'm looking around, I'm like, where the fuck is Kim? Where's Kim? Where's Kim? Kim? I'm like, oh shit. I was like, oh, I ain't got time for this shit. Right? So, you know, I just, like, stand up. And I was like, you need to stop. And I walked away. You know, I didn't say shit to Kim. I didn't say nothing to her because, I should have told her what her nigga did. But I feel like, even to this day, after everything, I still feel like even if I would have told her, she still would have sided with the nigga. But, you know, I didn't tell her what he did. But the right thing to do would have been to tell her, let her know, you know. But I didn't tell her because I felt like, damn, like, we already done had an issue behind a nigga. You know, I don't want her to feel like, even though, like, the first time I didn't come on to her nigga, I don't want her to feel like, or for it to look like it's a pattern when it comes to me, you know? So I was like, man, like, I'm not even gonna say nothing because I don't want no problems, you know what I'm saying? And it wasn't like, I don't want no problems, like, I'm worried about beefing with her. It was just like, she really was someone I fucked with, you know? Like, we really looked out for each other despite the shit that we've been through. So I just was like, you know, he ain't nobody, like, I ain't I know I'm not about to fuck with him, so I wasn't worried about it. So I didn't say nothing to her. You know what I'm saying? I didn't say nothing to her about it. The next day, I just act like it never happened. You know what I'm saying? And he left me the fuck alone. So the next morning, everybody, like, you know, we stayed the night there. Everybody goes to the store. And Kim is the type of person, like, we would always, like, you know, get, like, buy each other things, or, like, you know, like, if I ever went to the store and got something, I would always ask her, oh, do you want anything? Or her, anybody I'm with, like, you know, that's how we both are, you know, and we're both Leos. So that's how our relationship always was. So we go to the store, and Kim asked everybody if they wanted something from the store but me. So I'm like, what the fuck? That was weird. Like, I mean, she didn't have to give me none. I had my own money. I could have got my own shit. I got my own shit, but I was just like, what the fuck? What's wrong with her? You know? So I'm just like, I just noticed, like, she was acting hella weird. I just noticed that, like, she was acting hella weird, bro. Like, she just was like walking hella far away from me, being hella standoffish, like, you know, she wasn't saying nothing to me, you know, and I just thought the bitch was being cranky. I don't fucking know. I thought the bitch woke up on the wrong side of the bed. Maybe she didn't get no dick. I don't fucking know. So I just was like, I was trying not to take it personal, because I just was like, I don't know. I just was like, okay, something's wrong with the bitch. So then, like, you know, we all leave the store, you know, and everybody kind of like goes their separate ways. Like, she goes to the bus. I live down the street, so I walk home, whatever. Nigga, about like an hour later, this bitch is good for sending a fucking text message. About an hour later, I received a text message from Kim talking about, so you were rubbing on my nigga's ass? Bitch, what? Bitch, what? Bitch, what? Bitch, what? Are you serious? Bitch, what? Bitch, what? Like, what do you... So I was rubbing on your nigga's ass? So I'm just out here rubbing on niggas' asses. Like, I'm not acting like bitches don't like niggas' asses and shit, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not just out here rubbing on nigga booty. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not just out here rubbing on... I'm not just out here rubbing on niggas' ass. I'm not like, come on, bro. I was like, what? She was like, so you was rubbing on my nigga's ass, da da da, whatever. And I was just like, bitch, what? So I'm calling her, you know, I'm calling her, and she's not answering. Of course she's not answering, because last time this happened, I was on my way to beat your ass, you know, so she's not answering. So I'm just like, wow, like, okay, so this nigga done flipped the script. This nigga done told you I was rubbing on his ass. Like, okay, so I was just like, okay. I just was like, look, at the end of the day, like, your nigga came on to me, was rubbing on my ass, and I told him, you know, I'm not with that, and don't touch me. And that was that. Like, what the fuck? Like, why would I be touching on your nigga? Why would I be rubbing on your nigga? Like, I don't even, bro, just... Stop. So at this point, we're back to square one where we left off, and she sides with the nigga again. The bitch side with the nigga, and I'm just like, damn, like, bitch, you keep fucking with I didn't do nothing. You keep fucking with these not shit ass niggas, and you keep coming at me sideways. Like, at least you would think, like, if you would think, you know, if we're friends, that you would at least, like, have the decency to have a conversation with me and be like, hey, you know, so said this, like, what's going on? Like, you know, like, no, you're just literally siding with the nigga. Like, he's literally telling you I rubbed his ass, and you're like, oh, so you was rubbing my nigga's ass, da da da. I'm calling you, don't want to talk about it. We're texting back and forth about it, and you're basically saying, you know, you're siding with him. So at that point, I was just like, fuck it. Like, okay, we chalked another friendship up behind the nigga, or chalked the friendship up behind the nigga again. And that's exactly why I didn't tell her the first time, because I feel like, you know, I still feel like she would have took a side. I should have told her, but I still feel like she would have took a side, you know, because at the end of the day, like, that's just the type of bitch she is. She is about a nigga, and she chooses niggas over everybody, even over herself. So it wouldn't have been nothing I could say to have made her feel different about it, you know? So after that, I just was like, whatever. So The funny thing about it is though, so me and her, we wasn't cool no more, right? So guess who was in my DMs? Her motherfucking nigga. Her motherfucking nigga. Her motherfucking nigga. You know? And I was like, wow. I was like, this bitch is retarded. Like, this is what the fuck. But I was rubbing on his ass though, right? So I'm not gonna lie, like the petty bitch in me was like, fuck it, like I'm about to entertain this nigga, you know? So we kicked it a couple times or whatever, you know, but we didn't like actually do anything. The first couple times we didn't actually do anything. So there was one time we actually kicked it, we hung out or whatever, and he came. It was me and a group of friends or whatever. We ended up going to like one of my people's house that I know or whatever, and he brought his homeboy, and I actually knew who his homeboy was or whatever, like just like from around or whatever, right? So he brings his friend. We all go to, this is a different time, but he brings his friend. We all go to one of my, this is the actual time we actually had sex. We all go to one of my people's house or whatever. And, you know, like we just go to kick it or whatever. So we're kicking it, drinking, whatever. And then like, you know, it's time to lay down. Or it's time, you know, we're all tired, whatever. So we lay down. So, you know, he's trying to fuck with me. So, like, you know, we ended up, you know, fucking around, you know, doing whatever. And then like, you know, I was not gonna lie, I was like disappointed because, you know, he had a little dick. It wasn't worth it. Definitely wasn't worth it. He could barely fit the condom that that I gave him to wear. So, you know, it wasn't worth it. I didn't enjoy myself. I was like, I shouldn't even added the body, but whatever it was, what it was. A part of me just, like I said, I entertained him because I'm like, this bitch stopped being my friend behind this nigga, and this nigga's still in my inbox, you know? So then after we had sex, this nigga gets up, right? So he gets up, he lays back down, and then when he lays back down, like, he's grabbing me and rubbing me. I'm like, this nigga was trying to go again. I'm like, dick ain't, you ain't got enough dick to go again, you know? But he's like grabbing me and like, he's just being more aggressive this time. And I'm just like, where was this energy the first time, you know? And then, so then he's like he takes my hand and he puts it on his dick, right? And I'm like, whoa, this dick grew. How the fuck is that possible? Bitch, I turn around and the dick ain't his. It's his friend. He got up and his friend laid down and was trying to smash. And I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck do you think? What the fuck do you think this is? What do you think this is? What do you think this is? Please tell me. What do you think this is? This ain't that. This ain't that, boo-boo. I was just like, wow. So I was mad. I'm not gonna cap. I was pissed. I was like, first of all, you bitch ass little dick ass nigga, you didn't even deserve to smash, for one. For two, I would have fucked your friend if I knew he was the one who was blessed and you weren't. For three, you don't just get up and go. That is not okay. You don't do shit like that without somebody's motherfucking consent. That's how niggas catch cases, okay? That's how niggas catch cases. But anyways, his friend was pissed that night too. Ooh, he was mad. He left early. That night. That morning. He left early that morning because he was mad because he didn't get no pussy. No pussy. But yeah, I ended up being cool with the girl again though. And I ended up telling her I smashed the dude. She wasn't tripping. She didn't care. So, yeah. We don't talk like that now. We're cordial. We're on social media and stuff, but we're not close or anything like that. I probably wouldn't be like close to her again just because, like, you know, I wouldn't want, like, you know, if we can't intertwine our lives and, you know, people are around and things like that, it just ain't gonna work. But yeah, that was the time I smashed my bestie's boyfriend. It's like, and don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, all that good shit. Follow me on social media. You know what I'm saying? And if you like my story time videos, let me know so I could keep y'all updated and keep doing that one thing with that one thing and that one thing, you know? Yeah. Love y'all.